everyone, this is Video Reborn. Today I'm going to introduce you the ASUS G750JH Hong Kong edition. This version is slightly different compared to the rest of the world, where it comes in more RAM, a weaker hard drive. The rest of the CPU and the GPU are the same, fortunately. Alright, so first of all, I'll introduce you the CPU. It's the same thing, i7-7400HQ Haswell processor. The RAM is 32GB. This guy has a 32GB while the rest of the world has 24. DDR3, alright. And then it has the weak storage. It's the 750GB times 2, running rate 0. And fortunately, this guy comes in a Blu-ray writer. A Blu-ray writer over here. Okay. And two USB 3.0 on the left side, as well as a Kensington lock. And on the right side, you see there are other two USB 3.0. Right over here, you get the Thunderbolt port where you can display a 4K monitor. And then there's the HDMI output, the gigabit LAN, and VGA output, as well as the power input. And then there we go. We have the headphone jack and the microphone jack over here. Now, this stealth fighter design is based on the F-22, and I'll rotate it to let you get a hold of how it is from the back. Now you can see that there are two dual exhausts over at the back. This is a Republic of Gamer edition. Okay. Now, why do they have two exhausts here? Because there's the CPU running at 80 degrees Celsius together with the GPU to keep this laptop nice and cool, as well as very quiet. And the maximum decibel is probably around 36 dB. All right, it's not that bad. It's actually pretty good. And in terms of the speaker-wise, it comes in the Sonic Master technology, and the cool part is there's a subwoofer underneath over here. Now you can see that the rubber feet is raised with a hole in the middle. This can absorb sound as well as allow heat to go through. As well, this is mainly for the cooling feature. Okay. Now you can see me. I'm holding this laptop, wiggling around because this guy it's 10.58 pounds. It's really heavy for a gaming laptop, but at the end, this is a gaming laptop. It's 17.3 inches wide, HD, full HD display. All right. So now let's take a look what's inside the hood. All right. What's inside the hood? It's the NVIDIA 3D Vision 2 compatible 3D display. Now you can see that from the hardware settings, the monitor it's SEC5044, which is manufactured by Samsung, running at 120 Hz refresh rate. So it uses the active shutter technology where it turns the left eye 60 Hz and the right eye 60 Hz and alternating each other to create a 3D stereoscopic vision. So it supports 3D gaming. Unfortunately, Battlefiel 4 does not support these kind of 3D glasses. Alright, and would like to let you know that the RAM over here, let you see the hardware specs that I'm not bluffing around. Now you can see that the Intel Core i7-4700HQ. So you see it's 2.4 gigahertz. Now this is called a turbo boost mode, where when you plug in the power socket over here, it allows you to reach up to 3.2 gigahertz. So from over here, you see that this is 3.22 gigahertz. If I disconnect the power plug, it drops down to 0.77 gigahertz. And this affects the gaming because I cannot play games without a power plug. And this brick over here, look at the spec. It's around 240 watts. And this thing is huge, okay? It's slightly smaller than the 3D vision glasses. And I'm sure this is considered as a desktop replacement instead of, you know, some kind of a true laptop. So I'm sure that if you disconnect the power, you cannot play Battlefield 4 in fast frame rate. You have to turn everything low. However, if you connect it, then you have unleashed the beast. Okay. Now, this laptop over here is branded as the Republic of Gamers. As you can see that the logo has the LED light turns on when you turn the screen, when you turn the display on, and then when you cover it, it turns off. Can you see that clearly? Now you see it, it turns on, and then when you cover it, it turns off. Okay, so that's the cool part. While this thing is subtle, okay? It's powerful but subtle. Unlike the MSI laptop is crazy, like a Ferrari or some kind of sports car. This guy is based on a stealth fighter. You want to be stealthy but powerful. Alright, cool, huh? Now, I don't really need to explain much about the GeForce GTX 780M, because I'm sure that a lot of you guys already know how powerful it is in terms of the mobile gaming. Alright, yeah, I'm sure that I don't need to tell you any more benchmark results, although I have done one over here. It's called the Unigine Heaven Benchmark 4.0. When I turn everything up to the extreme presets, the resolution is only 1600 by 900. Turn on anti-aliasing window. As you can see, the score is 713. Alright, does it tell me that I cannot turn on ultra setting in Battlefield 4? I think that's what you concern most, right? I'm telling you, right now, I can run Battlefield 4 at around 40 to 50 frames per second. And does it affect the gaming? Not really. I think it's fast, okay? Now you can see that the frame rate's that cool. Alright, so you can see that over here, the frame rate, it's able to achieve 60 frames per second. But this level is called the Tashka objective in Reach Old Town, Fight Through the City. This map is actually a lot of details and textures, and it really affects the frame rate. And as you can see that I've turned everything in ultra, except the anti-aliasing deferred is off. This guy, it's a GPU power hog, alright? You better turn that off. Unless you have a GTX 780 Titan for the desktop, otherwise you better turn it off. But I think it won't really affect that much because this gaming monitor, it's 17.3 inches with full HD. Alright, so you are viewing the distance at around a feet. So it's just basically kind of like a retina display, okay? Except it's not truly retina. Because when you are viewing the distance at around a feet, you basically almost achieve 300 dpi, alright, in terms of the pixel density. So I think you don't need to worry about it, okay? If you talk about 4K gaming, this thing might not be able to achieve a high frame rate. But in today's current gaming standard, I'm sure that the full HD is sufficient. And let's look at the ultra setting with anti-aliasing turned on. and see, I don't see a huge difference in terms of image quality, okay, except the frame rate drops a lot. That's what I noticed the most, so usually I just turn it off. Okay, now you want to look at a higher frame rate settings. You can turn everything to high. It's called auto mode in Battlefield 4. And you can see that the frame rate jumps up in an average of 50 to 60s, and then sometimes even reaching 130. Now you can see me, the control is really good because I'm actually using the gaming mouse that comes with Republic of Gamer when I purchased this laptop. It comes in with this pretty nice mouse. This is the GX850 laser mouse with a 5000 DPI, where you can set the DPI for. So after I connect the mouse, you see the ASUS LED light turns on, and then when I press the DPI, the screen will have the label turns on and telling me how many DPI I'm using. But unfortunately, maybe Battlefield takes up too much resources, and okay, 3500 DPI, and then when I turn it higher, it should have another letter turn on. Okay, it should be 5000 right now. Now see, it's 5000, and then when I jump it down to 1250, see that, and then 2000, so it cycles around. Okay, so it keeps switching. And also the mouse has two buttons, like the back and forth button in your for your browsers, so you can reprogram these guys using the tools from ASUS over here. It's called the ASUS ROG gaming mouse, Republic of Gamer, and you can program all these buttons with macros and sensitivities and everything where you can explore, which I'm not going to introduce you over here. Now next, I'm going to tell you the 3D Vision 2 glasses over there. Okay, this also comes in with the box. So the 3D glasses active shutter, and you pull it out like that. It's charged by micro USB. Okay, and you can turn this guy on. There's a button over here, and it will do the active shutter. It's really hard to show you over the camera. Basically, it's just this, and then when you look at it, it turns on and off, alternating left and right, so that you see a 3D image. There's some kind of demo over here. Okay, now I enter the NVIDIA control panel, and under the stereoscopic 3D settings, you can test the stereoscopic 3D. And over here, you should make sure that setting as ASUS 3D Vision Notebook. Okay, make sure you are setting this, otherwise it doesn't work. And then select test stereoscopic, make sure you are at 120 Hz, and then launch application. And you can see that you see double visions over here, right? But if I wear these glasses, you see that it's a polarizer where it turns on and off. You see the 3D left and right images. You see the differences, right? Without the glasses, you see a repeated image, just like you go to a theater. But with the glasses on, you see the actual three-dimensional image. And if you want to look at how 60 Hz works, right? The cool part about this keyboard is actually a cool indicator. It comes with a backlight keyboard. a backlight keyboard where you can turn on the backlight. See that? Now this aluminum brush, hairline brush, is really nice. I'll introduce you later. And if you have the glasses on over here, you should able to see left and right alternating. Black and white, black and dark and bright, alternating left and right. Alright, so that's cool, huh? This, everything comes in as a package when you purchase this laptop. Now, let's talk about the keyboard, since I'm talking about the backlight. Now this aluminum brush, I'll let you see the hairline brush over here. With the Republic of Gamers logo over here. Some edition has the Assassin's Creed 4, the Black Flag edition. That's cool, but this one, Hong Kong edition, doesn't come with the game. That's quite unfortunate. The cool part is the touchpad. It's nice, large, and it's able to provide multi-touch support in Windows 8. For example, scroll up 3 fingers, you activate the menu. Okay, and then you can scroll left by look at here, left, scroll up, and then 3 fingers left, 3 swipe right, and then 3 fingers swipe to the left. You can do that. And if you want to show the desktop, 3 fingers downward, just like that. Alright. And if you are in the Metro UI, touch the keypad, the touchpad, swipe it from the top to bottom, you activate the menu key. See that? And same thing as the rest of the Windows 8 gesture. It's from the right edges, you swipe inward to activate the bar. And then if you want to switch applications, you swipe from the left, swipe inward from the left. You can switch between the desktop and other applications. So that's the Windows 8. And the touchpad, good part is it's large enough, it's comfortable, but it's also sometimes disturbing, especially when you're playing Battlefield 4, because as you can see, as you can see that my hands, it's right over, and I'm doing really intensive battle over here, and occasionally my palm hits the touchpad, or sometimes over here the left mouse button, the touchpad button, which fires the gun. And if I'm doing a stealth mission in Battlefield 4, I actually alerted the guards. So I'll show it to you right now. So right now, if I'm doing the gaming, I'm doing crazy moves. See that? Sometimes I swipe it to the other menu. See, that's accidental. See, I don't want to do that, you know. When I'm palm, it does have a palm detection where you won't move your... See, when my palm is over the touchpad, it won't move the mouse, okay, the cursor. But you can't really avoid accidental touch. So the good part is it does have a software to turn off the touchpad when you have the mouse connected to here. Alright, there's a software to control that. Or you can manually turn that off over here by using a function F9 where you turn off the touchpad and you use the mouse. Now, in terms of the audio, this guy comes with a pretty nice stereo headphones called Steel Series. The earmuff style. It also comes with a microphone. Alright, I didn't connect it, but it's a Tangle 3 cord. It's nice and cool. Now next, let's talk about the package. What comes in the package? This is a little bit unboxing at the end. So it comes with the box. Cool, huh? The G series gaming notebook PC. All right, and then this gaming headset, as well as the gaming mouse, Republic of Gamer mouse, and also a backpack. This backpack, it's a special type of backpack that's able to hold your 17.3 inches laptop, where I highly doubt that you can actually find one on the street, you know, because it's a huge laptop. Okay, now let's take a look, go back to the Battlefield 4, which I like the most, and I'm going to show you some disappointment over here. When I disconnect the power button, you will see the frame rate drops immediately, even though I turn on high performance and even though the CPU setting. You look at that, frame rate drops to 9. Okay, I cannot play this game at all. It's crazy. It says powerful gear, battery saving mode. I'm gonna turn up that guy to high performance and making sure that the CPU speed is not limited. Now look at that, I can, even though I selected resume, the frame rate drops to 7, I cannot play it at all. This is on high settings, okay? And that's quite a disappointment. I have to connect the power again. Now look at the task manager, the performance, you can see that it's 3.19 gigahertz right now, which is fast because the turbo boost has turned on. If I disconnected the cable, which right now it's set to high performance, okay? Power for gear, high performance, and I removed it and take a look. It's called power for gear battery saving. If I keep on turning that on, okay, high performance, making sure everything's high perform, speed is only 0.77 gigahertz for power saving, okay? So that's quite unfortunate, okay? The battery holds a 5400 milliamp hour. So it's huge, I know that, but I think that's a gaming laptop, so at the end you have to connect, it's a desktop replacement in the end. So don't think it's a true laptop. You usually put it at home or you put it on a desk and connect the power for the best quality. And you can see the RAM over here, it's 32 gigabyte without doubt. With Battlefield 4 turns on, with the browsers and everything other programs turned on, it only uses 5.4 gigabytes. So you have plenty of memory to use. If you use Adobe, Photoshop, Adobe, or some kind of other AutoCAD, I'm sure this guy will be able to handle everything. Even MATLAB, you can do that too. Okay, parallel computing with the CUDA instruction threads or instruction. You can definitely do nice simulation using this. So I'm sure that researchers who likes gaming will definitely consider about this baby. And let's see. Yeah, so go back to the GTX 780M. This guy, it's a replacement of the previous generation of the GeForce graphics card, GTX 680M, that's released last year. And this improvement has been raised from 720 megahertz from the 68M to the 823 megahertz. Okay, and the CUDA cores It's 1536 instead of the 1344 from last year. And if you run the 3D Mark 11 from some online websites, they told me that it's around 7159 points, which is quite impressive. I didn't have that program installed on my laptop, so just go with other source. They have plenty of benchmarking, okay? Because it's the same thing, it's just more RAM and a weaker hard drive. If I'm sure that if I have a SSD installed in here, I'm sure that this baby will have a higher score, okay? But probably won't buy too much. Speaking of that, I think I have to conclude the review of this ASUS G750JH Hong Kong edition. Thanks for watching. This is Video Reborn reporting from Hong Kong. This ASUS laptop brought to you by ASUS. By the way, this is not the end. Even though it's concluded, there's one thing that's truly disappointed. It's called the killer wireless end. The killer wireless end is actually 5 GHz Wi-Fi, and unfortunately this wireless reception is weak. You better use a LAN cable, because the 2.4 GHz is fine. 5 GHz killer wireless, if I have one concrete wall in between the router and the laptop, then I will basically have a drop of signal or even cannot connect it to the internet. And I'm sure that 5 GHz might be too much and it doesn't penetrate the concrete well enough. So that's one thing I have to complain. Otherwise, I would highly recommend this Republic of Gamer. Thanks for watching. This is Video Reborn reporting from Hong Kong.